Today we're going to take a look at how to perform a dilation. First, figure out what vocabulary you need to perform a dilation. What is a dilation? A similarity transformation. A figure must be enlarged or reduced proportionally using a scale factor. Center of dilation. This is the point that a figure is being dilated. Corresponding sides are the sides that have the same relative position in a geometric figure. Corresponding angles are angles that have the same relative position in any geometric figure. Scale factor, the number that you multiply by to get from a side in one figure to the corresponding side in another. Pre-image is the image of the original figure before any transformations are performed. Image, the image after all transformations are performed. We will use the marking to represent the image prime. A marking are used next to the original point name. Primes are written as an apostrophe. Example, point A becomes A apostrophe after the transformation. Important information. When dilating a figure, corresponding angles are congruent and corresponding sides are proportional. How do I perform a dilation on a coordinate plane? Using the center of dilation as the origin, dilate triangle ABC using a scale factor of 2. Let's see what that looks like following these simple steps. Step 1, you're going to write the coordinates. Step 2, you're going to multiply all the coordinates by a given scale factor. Third, we're going to graph the prime coordinates. Let's see what that looks like. First, we're going to write the coordinates for each vertex in the pre-image. Remember, pre-image, that's the image before any transformation. So we're going to read the A point, which is -2, 2, B, -2, -1, and C, 2, -1. Step 2, we are going to multiply all of the coordinates by the given scale factor, which is 2. So we had -2, 2. So we're going to multiply -2 and 2 by 2, which will give us A prime as -4, 4. B will be -2, -1. When we multiply that, will give us our B prime as -4, -2. And C, 2, -1, multiplied by 2 would give us our prime, C prime, as 4, -2. Step 3, now we are going to graph the prime coordinates. So prime A, it's -4, 4, plot that there. B prime is -4, -2. And C prime is 4, -2. Now after we graph the coordinates, we're just going to create our image. So we just dilated triangle ABC with a scale factor of 2. Hope that makes sense. What are the coordinate rules for graphing dilation? When dilating to enlarge a figure, we're going to apply this rule. A scale factor that's greater than 1 times your x coordinate. A scale factor greater than 1 times your y coordinate. Let's put it in words. We're going to multiply both the x and the y coordinates by the given scale factor. To enlarge in a figure, the scale factor must be greater than 1. Let's try these examples. We have 3x and 3y, which tells me that I'm going to apply a scale factor of 3 to my x and my y coordinate. So we're going to substitute in my 4 for my x value. So we're going to have 3 times 4, which will give me 12. We're going to substitute 6 where the y coordinate is, and we're going to have 3 times 6, which will going to give me 18. So now pause the video and you give it a try. Let's see what you got. So you're applying a scale factor of 5 to your x and your y coordinate. So you have a x value of -3 and a y value of 4. So let's go ahead and substitute in those values. So my -3 is going to get substituted in for my x, which will give me 5 times -3, which will leave me with -15. And you're going to substitute in your 4 for your y value, and we would multiply 5 times 4 will give me 20. Hope that makes sense. So you just apply the scale factor of 5 to your coordinates. What are the coordinate rules for graphing a dilation? When dilating to reduce a figure, here's the coordinate rule. You must have a scale factor greater than 0 but less than 1 times your x coordinate. The scale factor greater than 0 but less than 1 times your y coordinate. Let's write the rule in words. So we're going to multiply both the x and the y coordinates by the given scale factor. To reduce a figure, the scale factor must be between 0 and 1. Let's try some example. 1/2 x, 1/2 y. My coordinates are 4 and 6. So I'm going to substitute in my x and my y values. So my 4 is going to get substituted into my x value, which will be half of 4 will give me 2. 6 will get substituted into my y value. Half of 6 will give me 3. Now I want you to pause the video and give this one a try. Okay, let's see what you got. You got 1/4 x and 1/4 y. You're going to use the coordinates -8 and 12 and substitute those x and the y values in. So -8 is going to get substituted in for my x value. So I have 1/4 times -8, which will leave me with -2. And I got 1/4 times 12. When I substitute in my 12 for my y value, it's going to give me 3. Hope you got that. Hope this makes sense. Remember, you can always pause, rewind, rewatch as many times as you like.